good, everybody? MidMorningSol back at it again with another video to Piofiore Faded Memories playthrough. So, y'all, this is Dante's last video. This is tying everything up with his Storia Triste, his Prologo 1926, and his side story. So folks, Dante's route, it's been one that has like balance. It has a little bit of everything, and I've said this before with the bad ending, my thoughts on his bad ending, my thoughts on his best ending, my general thoughts going, you know, from route ending to route ending. So, without further ado, y'all, I think Dante's a sweetheart. I really did appreciate, Oh nope, that ain't it. So, yeah, I like to get the worst of the first out of the way. So, Storia Triste with Dante Falzone. Let's see what this is all about. So, folks, in case you forgot, during the conflict with Nicola and, like I was saying during his bad ending playthrough and through the good ending playthrough last video, there was an envelope from Nicola to either Dante or Lili in this case in the bad ending, in which he told her, meet me at the church at this specified time, and she brought Dante with her, and Nicola flaked, but at the end he comes back, and Dante and Nicola had a confrontation. Unfortunately, because Nicola was working for the Visconti men, a Visconti foot soldier came out, and he was about to shoot Dante, but Lili jumped in front, took the hits, and she made it alive, but she's in a coma. So now we're gonna see what becomes of it. Y'all ready? I'm scared for Lili, y'all. I'm scared. But yeah, Dante ended up killing Nicola, Gilbert, and that was it. So yeah, Lili's in a coma. So let's see if anything good comes out of it, but I doubt it. Blood spilled over the church floor amid the gunfire. The end had come. He looked at me with sorrow. If only you cursed me. I wanted you to despise me for killing you. Oh, this is when he killed Nicola. Watch out! I knew it was going to happen, but I couldn't get myself to move. I wanted to move, but I couldn't. The result played out before my eyes. She took a bullet in my place. I thought she took more than one, but whatever. I gasped and raised myself up. My office looked no different from before. The only difference was the documents littering the floor. I felt cold beads of sweat rolling down my back. It's a nightmare at this point. I gritted my teeth and tried to be rid of the lingering nightmare. Okay, he acknowledges it's a nightmare.
何度思い返したところで起きた出来事は変えられない。頭ではちゃんと分かっているのに、俺はまだ願うことをやめられないでいる。あの時何かが違えばこんなことにはならなかったんじゃないかと。ダメだな、集中しないと。今日中に新規の取引に関する精査を終わらせておかないと、後でニコラに。
I paused as his name crossed my mind.
ニコラは死んだ。もういない。俺が殺した。
How many times had I wished that had only been a nightmare?
ファミリーは優秀なアンダーボスを失った。だからこそ俺がカポとしてファルツォーネを継ぐ者として務めを果たさなければならない。
Yeah, so this is mimicking Orlok's route, but I guess we're getting a in-depth look into what Dante's going in, like what Dante's going through now that he definitely does not have his underboss around.
ならない。何？
My hand kept stopping. I couldn't keep my mind from thinking.
あの時、俺がニコラを説得できていたら、ニコラを殺さずに済んでいたら、リリーだってこんなことにはならなかったかもしれない。
I felt endless remorse.
ずっと支え続けてくれた兄と慕う人、幼い頃から焦がれてきた愛しい女性、その二人を同時に失った。
Lily's in comatose though. She's still alive. It's just that she's not responsive. If you just keep at it, like she may wake up one day.
全部俺が悪い。俺のせいだ。
My regrets ate away at me. I wanted to scream out my emotions, but the remaining shreds of my sanity held me back.
俺はまだカポでいなければ。
What stress? What stress to be under? I heard knocking. Then a voice called for me.
カポ、ローマから報告が届きました。
I think it just might be a generic dude.
少し待て。
はっ。
I quickly gathered the papers from the ground and returned them to my desk.
入れ。
失礼します。ギルランダーヨから例の件に関する調査が完了したと。
I have no idea what that is or what that is. My mind was still muddled. The contents of the report didn't register with me.
想像以上に峡谷の動きが早いようです。このままではブルローネの既得権益にまで影響が及ぶ可能性があります。
Oh shit. Well, that's not good.
ギルランダーヨはカポに直接ローマまで足を運んでほしいと。
I guess this is a person? Yeah.
必要ない。
しかしカポ、
ラウルに伝えろ。お前は俺がいなくては峡谷の監視もできないのかと。
I tried my best to speak like the family boss, despite my mind still being hazy.
俺が直々に動けばいらない警戒を招く。今は探りを入れる段階だろう。
はあ。
この程度の連絡で俺を煩わせるな。
うん。
ラオ州のことを考えても俺が今ブルローネを動くべきではないとわからないか。
Yeah, but you made a temporary truce with them for this route.
失礼しましたカポ。すぐローマに連絡します。
I breathed a heavy sigh after he left.
俺はまだファルツォーネファミリーのカポでいなければならない。リリーが目を覚ますかもしれないから。
Right. I need to protect Lili. I need the family to protect her. But at this point, I don't even know if it was only a fleeting hope.
あの夜の傷は癒えている。いつ目覚めてもおかしくない。
Okay. Something good.
だが彼女はずっと眠ったままだ。このまま緩やかに死に向かうのだとしても、
Oh gosh.
俺にはそれを止める術が。
That's one thing I'm scared for. I forced myself to come back to reality and stood from my chair to leave the office. That's the one thing I'm scared for. A faint hope rose within me each time I opened the door.
もしかしたら今日こそ彼女が目覚めているかもしれない。
But my hopes were dashed each time.
リリー、眠っているのか？
I called out to her as she slept. She was sound asleep. Her eyelids made no sign of movement.
そうか。
Just keep trying, man. Each time I'd hope for a better outcome. Each time I fell into despair. But hearing her breathe and seeing her alive rekindled my hopes.
もしあの瞬間をやり直せるなら。いや、あの夜教会に向かった選択自体すでに間違っていたのか。だとすればいつどうしていれば今とは違う未来がつかめた。最後までリリーに思いを伝えなければよかったのか。
No.
お前は鍵の乙女だなんて言わず隠し通せば。
No.
それとも彼女をファルツォーネの屋敷に保護したこと自体間違いだったのか。
It wouldn't have mattered. She's targeted. It doesn't matter by who, but like she was a target. So it's like, bro, you know, you did what you could, but nobody saw this coming. Old memories flooded back to me as I looked at her pale face.
あの時
My father brought me to the church for midnight mass years ago. A small girl was outside the church holding a star-shaped ornament.
あの子だとすぐに分かった。
She turned around and looked at me. Oh, is that her? Oh, no, that's Dante. Oh, that's her. Oh, she's smiling. Oh, she looks so adorable. They both look adorable. I held my breath and grabbed my father's coat. Despite my reaction, she gave a bright smile. Buon Natale.
俺はまだ6歳かそれくらいだった。当時の記憶はかなり薄い。父の他にも誰かいたような気もする。それが母だったかニコラだったか。何より挨拶してくれた彼女に俺がきちんと言葉を返せたのかどうか。それさえも 思い出せない。だが彼女は俺に笑いかけてくれた。その笑顔だけは今も鮮明に覚えている。リリー、俺はきっとあの時からお前のことが。
It was nothing notable. To her, I must have been no different than the churchgoers she had seen all her life.
俺はずっとお前に話しかけたかった。だが近づかないようにしてきた。お前を守るためだと自分に言い聞かせて。こんなことになるくらいなら近づくべきじゃなかった。
I was consumed by regret. My heart sank deep into darkness.
どうすればお前は目覚めてくれる？俺にはもうわからないんだ。
What? Was this punishment for trying to avoid my fate? Lili may never awaken from her slumber. No, Lili may depart from me in eternal slumber any time now.
嫌だ。
I quickly grabbed Lily's frail, weak hand.
リリー、どうか目を開けてくれ。
I don't care what will happen in the future if she's not going to be with me.
使命もファミリーも捨ててしまいたい。壊してやりたいとさえ思う。
So then, damn it, if Nicola would have just said this, don't think he did in this route, you know. But damn, now he wants Nicola's ambition to come to fruition, and that's something.
いっそ俺自身壊れてしまった方が
What the
楽
hell?
になれるのかもしれないな。
I mirthlessly chuckled to myself. Please don't joke like that. I don't care what the situation is.
だがまだだ。かすかにでも希望が残されているうちはここに踏みとどまるしかないんだ。どうか許してくれ、リリー。
My face twisted in pain as I gazed at her sleeping face. My heart was heavy and tired. The only person who could hear my suffering was her. Ugh. Oh, you scared me. You really scared me. I thought he was gonna want to take his own life. Dang. Oh, the CG for it though. Okay. Think happy thoughts. Go to a happier place. Prologo 1926. Let's go. So let's see what becomes of the little proposal, shall we? Oh my gosh.
1926年2月。
Ah, boo, it's after Valentine's Day. Everything had finally settled. I decided to leave the church I called home so that I could live with Dante. Sorry, I added that somewhere where it wasn't. The Falzones welcomed me into their family wholeheartedly. The guest room that I used was remodeled for my own personal use. The days I spent here with Dante were filled with happiness. But recently Dante's been Buongiorno, Dante.
ああ、ボンジョルノ、リリー。
We exchange our greeting as usual.
朝からお前の顔が見られて嬉しい。
Thank you, Dante. Hearing those sweet words in his warm voice tickled me a bit. So would you like a cafe latte? Or perhaps a cappuccino? A paccacino? What the fuck, Sasha? Or perhaps a cappuccino?
じゃあ、カプチーノを頼めるか？
Yes, I'll get right on it. Julia and the rest always had breakfast prepared quickly and early. But preparing Dante's morning drink had become my job. I certainly wasn't complaining. After breakfast, I was clearing the dishes as usual when suddenly Dante appeared in the salon dressed up from head to toe. Are you going out, Dante?
今日はカジノでビスコンティ、ギルバートとの会合がある。
With Gil, you've been seeing him a lot lately.
ああ。ファルツォーネとビスコンティの関係は過去にないほど良好だ。
That's good. And do you still have to meet Gil this often?
ラオ州が壊滅したことで、ブルローネはサンス組の状態から脱した。以前は構成員同士の小競り合いが後を絶たなかったが、今はそれもない。
Why you got that grumpy face if there's non-existent, well, pretty much non-existent fighting?
だが、
Oh, there's that stinky big butt, though. Dante frowned a bit.
ラオ州はあくまでチャイニーズマフィアリュウ・ファンフイの下部組織に過ぎない。向こうに先手を打たれないよう動きを見張りながら今後の対策を。すまない。
Dante gave a wry smile.
朝からつまらない話をしてしまったな。何も危険が迫っているわけじゃない。備えはあるに越したことがないと俺もギルバートも考えているだけだ。ヤンが消え、ブルローネは平和になった。その事実には何の変わりもない。
Yes, you're right. I nodded and asked him a question. So, what time will you be back?
何もなければ昼過ぎには戻れる。
That's good to hear. I'll bake some torta al limon for you then.
楽しみだ。
He gave me a gentle smile, and very naturally kiss up.
行ってくる。
Oh, see. This wasn't the first time Dante did this as a movie, but I still can't get used to it. Girl, y'all did much more explicit things. A kiss on the cheek is nothing. I saw Dante off and felt the heat build up in my cheeks. Alright.
遅い。
I checked my watch and let out a sigh.
指定の時間はもう過ぎたというのに何をやっているんだ。
ようダンテ。
Late.
珍しいな。部屋にも入らず俺のことを待っててくれたのか？
そんなわけがないだろう。案内待ちだ。部屋の用意にでも手間取っているのかまだ現れない。
へえ、いつもなら呼ばなくても待ち構えてるってのにな。
Get your ass over here and do your job, please.
申し訳ありません。
Oh, what?
大変お待たせしました。ファルトーネ様、レッドフォード様。お部屋にご案内します。どうぞ奥へ。
ディレットーレはどうした？
What is this? No job doing ass.
あ、彼は当カジノを離れました。自分は政府から公認が派遣されるまでのつなぎ役です。
あいつがここに来たのは数年前だったが、思ったより短い付き合いになったな。
ディレットーレは政府の役人だ。何かしらの事情が動いたんだろう。もっとも俺たちには関係ない話だろうが。
公認は言葉が通じるといいんだが。
まったくだ。
リリーは最近どうしてる？結局あのほとぼりが冷めた後も屋敷にずっと置いてるんだろ？
同意あってのことだ。彼女も今の環境に馴染んでいる。自由に教会と行き来できるようにもしている。もちろん護衛はつけているが。
と言っても毎日出歩くわけじゃねえだろう。屋敷で暇を持て余してるんじゃねえか？
いや、日中は屋敷の家政婦と一緒になって料理を作ったり。
へえ、まるで新妻だな。
お前までそんなことを。
なんだ？他のやつにも言われてるのか？
Yeah, I noticed something was off when there was no ring. So I'm like, Dante, you had me going there for a moment.
なるほど。ま、ファルツォーネファミリーは徹底した純血主義だからな。お前がようやく女を囲ってくれて構成員連中も安心したってとこか。
ああ。
ニコラも喜んでるんだろう。
からかわれてばかりで困る。ニコラは昔から俺がリリーを気にかけていたことを知っているから。本題に入るぞ、ギルバート。
Did he catch that?
なんだよ、ここからがいいとこじゃねえか。
お前にそこまで個人的な話をする義理はないだろう。
Oh, Dante,
たく釣れねえな。
Okay. Stick in the mud. That sort of deal.
別におかしなことじゃねえだろう。友人の恋路が気になるのは。
Oh, you consider each other friends? Well, Gilbert does.
誰が友人だ？
I frowned at him, but oddly enough, I wasn't angry at all. Just when the torta was ready, I heard a noise coming from the entrance. It must be Dante. Look at her running after her man. Welcome home, Dante!
ただいま。これをお前に。
He handed me a small bouquet of daisies. Aw, how cute!
リリーの方が可愛い。
Huh?
どうした？
Oh, nothing. Did your meeting with Gil go well?
ああ、おかげで予定より早く帰れた。
If you have some time, how about some tea? The torta I promised you is hot out the oven. Hot out of the oven. Enunciate the word.
じゃあ一緒に食べよう、リリー。後で執務室に持ってきてくれるか？
Sure. Certainly. We spent our time together chatting idly through the remainder of the evening. The torta I made today was filled with lemon cream. I was very pleased with it. Seeing that he wasn't talking much while eating, I think it came out perfectly. Yep. That's when you know the food is good, when you don't talk a whole lot. I put the bouquet in my room. Thank you for the lovely gift, Dante.
喜んでくれたならよかった。花屋でふと目に留まって、お前の笑顔が浮かんだからあの花にした。
I held my breath at his words.
リリー？
Oh, no, I'm fine. I shook my head and gave a smile to try and hide the redness appearing on my face. It's nothing.
それなら構わないが。なあ、そういえばギルバートがお前に会いたがっていた。そのうち場を設けるかもしれないが、構わないか？ おそらくこの屋敷に招いての会食という形になるだろう。
Okay, that it sounded a little weird the first two lines, but third line is alright. Yes, of course.
そうか。
Dante looked a bit perplexed. He hesitantly began to speak.
俺としてはあまり合わせたくない。
Uh-oh. Is this gonna turn into like a Nicola bad route sort of deal? Huh? Why not?
このところお前がますます綺麗になっていくようで。
It's giving me those vibes, y'all. I'm not really feeling good about this.
他の男に見せたくないんだ。
Then I'll wear plain stuff. I don't know. Come on, Dante. Don't do that. Don't do that. His embarrassed smile was so beautiful that I didn't know what to say. But Dante didn't notice my expression and continued on to another subject.
ああ、それと明日の夜取引先との会食がある。帰りは遅くなるから先に寝ていてくれ。
Yeah, sure. Okay, I understand. I found my calm again and nodded in acknowledgement. After speaking with Dante, I left the room with the empty dishes. Dante's been looking after me ever since things have settled, but recently he's been kinder to me? Why is that a foreign concept? I suppose I can say he's been sweeter. He's always making my heart race. We really didn't have the luxury of time back when we lived together at the hideout. Come to think of it, he gave me roses before as an apology. Maybe what I'm seeing now is the true Dante? He was an Italian through and through. It would make sense that he was naturally able to approach women like this. He gives flowers and spoils me with sweet words. That's all, man. What are you talking about? I mean, yes, I'm happy about it, but I can't keep up with his approaches. I can't stop myself from blushing each time. Lily girl, okay, whatever. Having someone I admired pamper me so much made my heart throb. I really need to get used to this. Yes, you do. That was what I thought until a few days later.
Buongiorno, Lili.
Oh, welcome home, Nicola. Nicola returned and greeted me with a smile on his face. Where's Dante?
今日は議員たちに顔見せ。夕食は会合ついでに済ませてくれって。
Politics. Icky stuff. I see.
最近あまり会えていない？
No, I usually see him in the mornings. Not that we have much time to talk.
ごめんね。僕が変われる仕事なら変わるんだけど。
I bet you do.
このところカポが顔を出さなくちゃいけない集まりが多くて。
Oh, yeah. The other way. Yeah, sure. He can't help being so busy. Ever since the new year began, the government pressure against the mafia had gotten worse. I recalled hearing some of the men here talking about it.
でも寂しいよね。ダンテは君に寂しい思いをさせている。それと忙しさとはまた別の問題だよ。
Nicola?
何？
How longer? Aksys, please. How much longer will Dante be this busy?
それは本人に聞いた方がいいんじゃない？
Myself.
意地悪で言ってるわけじゃないよ。そういうことをダンテは君から直接聞かれたいだろうなと思って。
Do you think?
少なくとも僕だったらそう。
Feels like I'm just burdening him with more things, but I didn't have a good reason to refute Nicola's suggestion. It was late night when I was finally able to return to the manor. It's been like this more often recently. I leave in the morning and return at night. Such is the
Liliに会いたい。
Her smile was all I needed to do away with the overwhelming fatigue I felt. Yet, I froze each time I stood in front of Lily's door. What? This is your own house.
彼女は朝が早い。もう寝ているはずだ。
I could be a night owl.
起こしてしまうのは悪い。
Well, he's being considerate though, so you gotta give it to him for that. A good reason for me not to knock. I exhaled to shake off my feelings and continued walking past her room. Aww. Not seeing Dante had continued for the past 2 weeks. Yikes, 2 weeks. I let out a sigh as I read a book in my room. This isn't good. Nothing I'm reading is sticking to my mind. Did you get love on the brain, girl? I marked my page with a bookmark I made with the daisies from Dante. Everything is the same as usual, except for not seeing Dante. Going to church and making sweets wasn't making me feel much better. Dante was so busy that I wasn't even able to see him in the mornings either. I wish I could talk to him. Not only talk, but... I began to blush, thinking about the selfish things I wish I could do with him. I looked out of the window by chance and saw Dante coming out of a car that had just parked outside the manor. I quickly stood up from my chair and rushed to the kitchen. Yeah, you heard that. I had prepared a sweet cup of cafe latte and brought it straight to Dante's office. I took a breath in front of his office and slowly knocked on the door. Dante, I have a cup of cafe latte for you. I finally saw him in front of me. Finally! That alone made me want to jump him. I'm just kidding. Jump with joy. I set the cafe latte down on Dante's desk. He looked up from the pile of papers. You're early today.
ああ、これから夜にまた取引がある。必要な書類を確認したらすぐに出なければならない。
I see.
カフェラテを飲む時間くらいはある。グラッツェ、リリ。
Yeah. Or don't say anything. After taking a sip, Dante went back to the papers on his desk. I better leave quietly so that I don't disturb Dante's work. But I couldn't get my legs to move. There's so much I want to say to him. I didn't want to leave his office yet. Noticing that I hadn't left yet, Dante raised his head up from the papers.
どうした?
Dante, you've been busy recently. You're coming home late too.
ああ。
Is the work that important?
そうだな。
Ugh. Lily, that's a dumb question to ask. When will your work settle down? The tone of my voice was so childlike that I even surprised myself. That I surprised even myself. Yeah, same thing.
Lili.
I'm sorry, Dante. He's going to be upset at me. I'm sorry to disturb you. Please don't push yourself too hard. I hurriedly turned around and grabbed the door handle.
Lili.
I turned around, hearing him call my name. He didn't look upset. In fact, he was smiling.
おいで。
I hesitantly approached Dante at his desk. Suddenly, he took my arm. Ah! Dante pulled me gently, I don't know why I'm mixing up the order. Dante gently pulled me onto his lap. He looked up at me with gentle eyes. There's so many things I wanted to say to Dante, but somehow I couldn't speak. I was scared that I sound like a spoiled child again. Dante spoke kindly.
すまなかった、リリー。最近時間が取れなくて寂しい思いをさせた。
No, you're busy, so it can't be helped. You don't need to apologize. I'm just...
仕事は言い訳にならない。一人の男として恋人を不安にさせた俺が悪い。こうして見つめ合うのも久しぶりだ。お前に会いたい。お前の顔が見たい。ゆっくり二人で過ごす時間が欲しい。最近そんなことばかり考えていた。
His honest words were warming my heart. You have been so sweet to me since I started living here. It made me normal for you, Dante, but for me, it isn't normal at all.
こういうの
Like how you give me flowers and say that I'm cute or that I'm beautiful. Bitch, why would you want him to do that? Even kissing me on your way out is still merch. I just keep wondering what I did to deserve this.
嫌だったか
No, if anything, it makes me really happy. It's just that I can't stop my heart from racing each time you do those things and
だけど
I'll die from tachycardia. Before I knew it, I realized I couldn't live my life without you spoiling me like this. So not seeing you is really lonesome. I've never been this lonely before. I'm not sure how to control it.
抑えなくていい甘えてもらえる方が俺は嬉しいしもっとお前を甘やかしたい以前思いをきちんと言葉にできずお前を悲しませてしまっただろうだからできるだけ気持ちを伝えようと最近は俺なりに努力していた
Really?
ああ
I was surprised. I didn't think you could do all this so naturally, Dante. I thought it was just something you did.
自然に見えていたなら安心した恋人にはいつも笑顔でいてほしくて俺なりに考えてやっていたんだが空回りしていなかったならよかった
Dante is doing all this for me. I finally realized how much love Dante was giving me, even now.
リリ
Thank you, Dante. I'm alright now. I regained my calm and got off his lap. I'm sorry to have bothered you. Dante looked at me with a serious expression on his face.
この忙しさはまだしばらく続くだろうだがお前に寂しい思いをさせるのはもうごめんだ
Dante.
それに俺にもリリーが足りない今夜部屋を訪ねてもいいか
How could I refuse, right?
少し遅い時間になるかもしれないが
That's alright. Yes, of course. Anytime you want. I'll be waiting. Dante Dante rose slightly from his chair, from the chair. I faced him and we kissed each other gently.
続きは夜に
Okay. I can't wait. I nodded amid the deafening sound coming from my heartbeat. I left the office after Dante finished his cafe latte. I'd rather not leave, but I wasn't lonely anymore. Dante's words were all I needed to keep warm inside. I looked out the window to see the sky painted a vivid red. I never wanted night to fall so quickly. Dante would be coming to my room tonight. Until then, I'll keep thinking about it. I just know. Alright, that was cute. Oh, it's not
君
over.
は確かに罪を犯したけれど
Uh-oh.
君がその手を血に染めたのは僕たちにも少なからず責任がある
Wait, what the fuck?
だから殺してしまうのはね
うん
教えでもむやみな殺人は禁じているし、それに
Is this Roseburg?
何
Wait, no. That's not Roseburg.
ん？何って君の未来の話だよ。
未来
Wait. No, this is the Directori, the old one. Sebastiano.
僕は必要な時にしか動かない。こうして君を連れてきたのだって遊びや気まぐれというわけじゃないんだ。君にはまだ役目が残っている。
Okay, so Emilio and Sebastian, what is their deal? Well, we know Emilio, but what is Sebastiano's deal?
君は気づいていないだろうけれど、星たちはちゃんと知っている。放っておくと君自身がその運命をねじ曲げてしまいかねない。だからしばらくは僕のところでおとなしくしてもらうよ。
ああ、君は
犯した罪を悔い改める時間は長ければ長いほどいい。
So that's Emilio.
君もそう思うだろうね、アンリ。
Oh, no! Oh my god! Okay, I was way off. And wait. No, that colored hair is different. It's not Emilio, but it is. In terms of voice, Henry. Okay, well, that's it for that. Okay. So now, y'all, we have the short story, and we have Dante Falzone. So interesting. I don't know who's that other little boy then? Because it sounds like Emilio, looks like Emilio. He just dyed his hair differently. I don't know. Oh well, we won't know anytime soon, I suppose. All right, so Dante's short story. Let's go. Let's get it. Verlone has changed. I was living a busy life amid the changes the town was experiencing. Upon my return to the manor, I noticed an unusual package placed next to my office. There was a memo on it. It looked like a message from Julia saying that it was a gift to me.
差出にはジェラルド・パリスか。
During the chaos, Paris was framed and arrested for dealing drugs. I helped clear his name after things settled. All it took was an article that stated Paris's innocence to vindicate his name. It wasn't difficult to do, but...
例というわけか。律儀な男だ。
Paris worked with my father and was known to be very traditional. I opened the package to see what was inside.
これはいいワインだろ。
After Dante's round, I don't think we want to be jumping into some wine anytime soon. Just saying. The wines Paris sent was vintage and very expensive. He sent a dozen white wines knowing that I didn't like red wine. What? Red red wine, it has, I will admit, when you start, you know, drinking, whatever, or if you're trying to take up, you know, wine tasting, white wine is smoother. Some folks don't like red because it's like bold. It's like coffee. It's like, it could be bold and bitter, and white wine is like clean, and sometimes it can be sweet, but it depends on what you pair it with. I like both.
今夜にでも屋敷のみんなで飲むか。
Keeping such fine wine waiting in the cellar would be a shame. I left my office to talk with Julia. Is that me? Oh, Dante, what timing? Lili called my name. There aren't many here tonight to have dinner. There aren't very many here tonight to have dinner. So I was thinking about having Julia and the maids have the night off. I'll be cooking dinner tonight for us. I hope that's alright with you.
いや、構わない。それに俺もまたお前の料理が食べたいと思っていたからな。
Really?
ああ。
Grazie, Dante. I'll do my best.
楽しみにしている。それと、いいワインをもらった。
I know chicken goes good with white wine, like grilled chicken. Or like seafood. Something not too dense.
メニューは任せるが、今夜の食事は白ワインに合いそうなものを頼む。
Okay. Let's see what you got, Lili. What you gonna make? Leave it to me. I watched as she smiled and left, humming her way into the kitchen.
夕食が楽しみだ。
You should really be waiting for dessert. Okay, I'll stop. It was time for dinner, excuse me. Lili and I were the only ones in the salon. I had eaten Lili's cooking since we lived together at the hideout, but it looked like she had honed her cooking skills then. Honed? Perfection? How do you hone perfection? I'm just kidding. You could always improve. Especially when it comes to cooking. She made tomato bruschetta. Bruschetta, excuse me, let me say it right. And, oh my god, stracciatella with a side of sliced prosciutto crudo. Oh my gosh. There was also steamed bream and carciofi with sauteed cardoncelli mushrooms. Okay. All perfect with white wine. No wonder I was drinking so much. What the hell is that stracciatella? Okay, some vegetables, yeah. What the hell is bream again? I forgot. And carciofi? Carciofi? I don't know.
そういえば、以前にも思ったが、お前は意外と酒が強いな。
What do you mean good drinker? You mean I can keep my liquor down? Me? Lili looks at me with wide eyes. Do you think so? I can't tell myself since I haven't gotten drunk before.
酔わせてみたい。
You want the hoe to jump out, don't you? Dante, you ain't slick. My curiosity was getting the better of me. Without a change in expression, I added more wine to Lili's glass. Dante, you're so freaking weird.
せっかくだからもう少し飲むといい。パリスからの礼だからな。
Why, thank you, Dante. I feel slightly guilty seeing her so happy despite my horrible motive. Yes, it is. I'm glad you know you're self-aware. I turned a blind eye to my doings. Oh, Dante? you look a bit too red. Maybe you should stop drinking? There was no way I could stop, especially after urging Lili to drink more. Maybe it's because I was drinking too fast. My head... What? This girl gonna drink you under the table? Oh, that'd be funny. My head felt a bit fuzzy inside.
いや、平気だ。少し暑いだけ。
For those of y'all that may or may not know, but if you don't know, he's drunk. He's drunk because I get the same way when I drink too much. Like, I get really hot and I be wanting to, like, loosen up my clothes. He drunk. Lili looked worried. Because she knew. Yep, see, told you. I knew I was drunk. But again, there was no turning back now. Honey, she don't want you if you, like, hurling your guts. That ain't cute. That ain't sexy. So I don't know. You need to stop. You need to quit while you ahead, Dante. Yeah. I swigged the glass in my hand. Soon enough, you threw up. Oh my God. I couldn't hold myself together. You lucky it is just the two of us. Dante, you should go to bed.
そうだな。休む。
Lili's cheeks were slightly red as she shook me to stand. Unbelievable. She doesn't look drunk at all. Who would have thought she was so strong? Ooh, we stand a queen who could hold her liquor and drink men under the table. I took a deep breath and stood up from my chair, and then the world was tumbling down. I tried to walk, but couldn't keep myself steady. I suddenly felt my body floating, and soon I fell onto a nearby sofa. Oh God, get the bucket ready. See, you should have listened to me earlier. Lili peered into my face. She was frowning at me, obviously worried and upset at me.
かわいいな。
You better not blow chunks. Ah! I don't want to smell no vomit. I pulled Lili toward me. Compared to the heat of my body, her body felt nice and cold. Dead fish teas. I'm saying cheese. What the hell? Dante?
リリー、好きだ。
This is the drunk. This is the wine talking. Huh?
いつもすごく綺麗で困る。
I am not a devil. What?
本当はもっと一緒にいたい。仕事があるからそうもいかないが。俺は本当にお前が好きで大切に思ってる。
Oh, you're so lucky this isn't the age of smartphones and social media. I'm pretty sure Lili would be the type to be recording him and using it as blackmail. Dante?
好きだ。
Who knew a bottle of wine would get this out of you? Lili's face was getting redder by the second after hearing my words. I guess she was finally getting drunk. No, she can hold her liquor. It's just your words kind of threw her off. Thank you. I love you too, Dante. Her face was blushing red now as she mumbled to be embarrassed.
かわいい。
I don't want to let Lili go. I pulled her closer to me. The dot? arms folded inside, unable to stop my pull, as she fell fully onto me. I could feel her body directly on mine. I slowly opened my eyes.
今夜はとても気分がいい。
Like I said, you better not blow chunks on me. This would ruin the moment. The wine was getting to me. Getting? The wine done got you good. What are you talking about? It felt so good being on the sofa like this. I couldn't move a muscle now. Well, that's alright, I suppose. I could feel Lily's body squirming. She seemed confused by what was happening, but I had no intention of letting her go.
ちゃんと伝えられて。
You're gonna blame it on the wine. Oh, that wasn't me, that was the wine talking. It was difficult for me to express my true feelings. Even if it was with the help of the wine, I was happy to, let me read that again, y'all. Even if it was with the help of the wine, I was happy I was finally able to tell her. It didn't dawn on me then that I would regret my actions once I was awake and sober. Yeah, he's gonna have that cop out. Girl, what are you talking about? That was the wine. I fell gently into sleep with her warmth in my arms. That was silly, adorable, stupid, but I loved it. But folks, with that being said, you know we got to do it. Da 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 da. 4 down. 1 more to go. Mr. Redford is up next. So folks, Dante's route, there's been some highs and lows. He had me at the best ending though. So now that I know it wasn't a actual proposal, piece of crap. I like his normal ending the best. I really thought it was a marriage proposal, but it wasn't. And I'm like, are you kidding me? That fool had me in the first half, I'm not gonna lie. But it is what it is. Dante's route was I feel though, y'all, Dante's route was like a nice balance of what's been going on so far with Nicola, Orlok, and Yang's route. Yeah, I mean, not bad, poster boy. Usually, I don't go for the featured character on Otome games. I usually like have a preference for like the lesser pushed characters, but I can see why they put him in the forefront in like all the promotional stuff. I can see that. Yeah, y'all. And then look at this. We're 3/4 of the way in with the common route. And then 71%. We got more than halfway there. Like we're almost 3/4 of the way into the all routes too. It is crazy. But, you know, let's see what Gilbert has to offer, like I said, and ride this wave out. So, folks, thank you very much. This has been Dante's chapter closed. And, you know, let me know what y'all think. But thank you all very much for stopping on by. I really appreciate you. Y'all know my philosophy on this YouTube shit. Do what you wanna, do what you wanna. And I will see you lovely lads and lassies in the next episode. So until then, my friends, take care, take it easy,